Let's bring in our
Rochester,
guest
New
here,
York. Yeah.
Mr. Mike Monil of Wells Fargo. Good morning. And Mr. John Antetomaso, Remax Plus. Buenos dias.
Good morning.
Ooh, good Spanish.
It is true. Rates are low nationwide and in Rochester, New York. Most of the products that you use in the mortgage business today, that we use in the mortgage business, are all national products. So they come from FHA or Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, and it's not regionalized pricing. It's really all kind of a national product and that we roll out, in this community. So you can get the same type of loan in Rochester as you can get in LA or New York City or wherever. There was a good article that I saw in the paper that showed that interest rates are at a 20-year low, and
were those refis or is that buys?
It's actually all refi and buy. The rates themselves are at a 20-year low.
I thought it would be a lot. I thought they were lower, like 40-year lows, not 20s.
Well, it depends on.
In other words, what's our rate today? What's the going conventional 30-year no points?
The going purchase rate today would be in the vicinity of 4 1/8%, depending upon your credit score.
4 1/8? Holy crap! I got a refi. I got a 5 right now.
That's for the most, the strongest qualified borrower.
Okay.
And we need to realize that back in 2008, when the government the housing crisis hit, the government retooled, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac retooled their pricing engines based on risk.
Okay.
So a person that has a credit score in excess of 740 is going to get the rates that we're talking about.
Yeah.
If a person had a 720 credit score, they'd pay a little bit higher rate. If they had a 700 credit score, it would be even more.
My wife's a good girl. She's got a 780, I think.
What
so
is
we're good.
is that? What do you guys consider golden? Is like 700 and above?
740 is the magic number.
Magic number
That's
and
the magic
higher.
number.
Okay, so
What
you're
about 520? What is that?
520. Go back to bed, Jeff. 520.
520 is no man's land.
All right, Jeff. You can't. No.
Well, how do we fix that? Not to say I have that. I'm just
Right,
wondering. There's a lot of people out there probably
Yeah.
stuck in a situation, and you got to build credit to own the dream, right?
Exactly.
Well, that's what we do. A lot of our time is spent helping people pre-approve and improve their credit scores, coach them on what they can do with their specific credit situation to make it better.
So that means you're more in the coaching business, in consulting business, if you will, these days because the market has become difficult in some respects. The mortgage lending industry has become difficult. So now you're a consultant like me.
Speaking of mortgages, do you guys want to take a caller who has a question about his mortgage? He's mortgaged through Wells Fargo.
Let's do it.
Cool.
What's his name? What's his name? Joe? Joe, what do you know?
Hi, my name is Dave, and
Dave.
live in Penfield. My wife and I purchased our home just about a year ago today, and we have a 30-year mortgage, traditional 30-year mortgage, about 5.2% interest through Wells Fargo. We're looking to cut our years to 30 to 15,
Good
and
move.
possibly 10. And we're wondering. If we want to cut the mortgage years in half. Is it true or is it a myth that if I make a 13th payment of the mortgage and put that towards principal, does it cut it to 15 years if I do that on a yearly basis?
If you make an extra principal payment per year, so a 13th payment, that's going to bring your mortgage from 30 years down to about 23 years approximately. Okay?
Okay.
And we can run an amortization schedule to show you the exact number. That's based upon your current interest rate because the higher your rate is, the more number of years are cut off by the extra prepayment. Your rate's pretty good, so I would say you'd cut off about 7 years. It's the big lift you're going to get if you're at 5 1/4 and you go to a 15-year. You can get into the high 3s right now on a 15-year.
Wow.
So if I don't know how much do you owe on your mortgage?
About 110.
All right, so you're going to save 1 3/8% on 110. Say that's $1,400 a year in interest. Okay,
Wow.
so no matter how you cut it, you're going to save $1,400 a year in interest. If you go to a 15-year term, your payment's going to go up because you're shortening the length of time, but more money's going to go towards principal and $1,400 less is going to go towards interest every
Now,
year.
is there? Do you have an office right here in town where I can come and meet somebody?
Yep, I work right out of the Red Creek office, which is in Henrietta, right off of Calkins Road near the intersection of Highland
I
Drive.
know where it is.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you want to give me your phone number too, Mike, while we're at it?
Sure.
Go ahead.
It's 455-6260. It's my local number.
455-6260.
Yeah.
Very good. I will give you guys a call because I'd love to have a meeting and see how I can cut that payment in half, maybe refinance, have some other options. But definitely, my wife and I are thinking of getting it down to 15 years, possibly even lower than that. So
Okay.
I appreciate your time. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Dave.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Okay.
calling in. Well,
Thanks.
that's a good.
Good.
I mean, I
love it.
refinanced last year.
Yeah.
I went from a 30 to a 15, and I was like at 8. Then
Yeah.
I dropped it to 5.
Geez, that's
and it
great.
was really
Oh, huge.
It was awesome.
You probably did not see an increase in your payment because you dropped so much in rate, right?
Exactamundo.
Mine, I went from a 6 1/3 to a 5 even.
Just the thing is, you got to look at there's
Save-
closing costs on that. to
That's
do that.
I
You
know, but
gotta
I'm not
kinda
an
figure
idiot.
that into it.
My closing costs were $2,000 on top, so I got my closing costs back in 10 months.
Nice.
So it was $200 ish. I saved a month.
That works.
In 10 months, it was covered. So yeah, I mean, you got to work those numbers out, of course. But I can still do it again if I can get a 4%. It's worth it because I'll drop another 200.
Would you
and
say the rates
10
are
months
right now on a 15?
15-year rates are, depending upon credit score and what you're doing,
3 under
between 375 and
Wow,
That's sweet. That's for the good people.
That's free
375
money right there. That's
almost
giving away
free
money right there.
Free money.
That's what I always say. It's beautiful. When I was selling houses back in the good old days with John Antetomaso here with Remax, we were thinking 9 was a good rate. We're like, yeah, rate 9%'s a good rate. Really? Remember that?
I do.
Well, actually, I remember talking to some agents in the 80s, wasn't it? Like in the 20%.
Oh, it was like
20%?
huge. My parents, when I was a kid, got it 11% back in the early to mid 80s, and I thought that was horrible. I still
I mean,
do.
how did you sell houses with that? Now looking back here,
Yeah.
Yeah, in our day it was 18 was the kind of a norm, and just
18%.
do what you need to
That's-
do to try to make a deal and try to work it
Nice.
with a couple different options. But
Incredible. I suggest getting out there buying a house now because I really think inflation's going to start kicking into gear. I really do. You cannot artificially keep the rates down this low for this long without a backlash. It's going to be like a rubber band. We're going back to 15. I'm not
No,
psychic
we're not
or
gonna
anything.
do that. It's too much of a swing.
Well,
You're
watch out.
paranoid.
I'm not paranoid. I'm a realist here. I'm not paranoid whatsoever.
That's
and
a
I'm
water
sober.
Damn it.
Damn it, I'm sober. No, but I really do. I really think so. I mean, think about the pendulum swings. Goes back too far one direction, it's going to start whipping back the other way. And
I
it's
could see
been-
maybe 8%.
Oh, come! We're going. We're blasting past 8 like it was.
And it would
Dead in the
double. That
gutter.
would double what we have now if we went up to 8%.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? And then they'll start buying houses because you just tell them to call me and Pat'll scare the crud out of them, right? They're going to 15, baby. You better get your house now.
no, the last several years it's been a point where the interest rates are kind of steady and where they've been at, so it's not so much of an issue at this point.
Well, it
We're
seems like they're
trying to-
creeping down to me. I
yeah,
mean,
well,
it's
been
just-
great the last couple
Yeah.
of weeks.
That's
Couple
I
years,
was
eh?
Couple years, yeah.
So I was told if I come on the show, we get some business. Mike just got a deal. Let's see who's out
See,
there to call or
call-
sell a house or buy a house.
yeah. Do you want to sell a new house? We got to have a caller for a new house, or do you want an existing home? What would you like,
Whichever
John?
we could take.
Wield
Okay.
the sword, would you? Just,
Yeah,
whatever
well,
you need, right?
Poof, it's here. Caller,
Well,
anybody
listen,
wants to call.
John,
Yeah.
you represent Watersong, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys had Homerama there this year.
Yeah, we had a
That
very,
was awesome. I
very-
mean, I was there.
very
Yeah.
successful event. 17,000 people came through the door in a 9-day period.
Nice.
Wow.
We did sell all 5 homes that were involved in the show.
Oh, wow.
Some
now-
were pre-sold, I would think, though,
yeah,
right?
we
Weren't
had,
they?
we had 3 pre-sold. But the goal of new construction is just trying to get people back out and through the through.
Did you
through the
find that
models.
people were looking at more decorating ideas other than trying to figure out builders or? I mean, when
Well-
you're building a house, isn't it kind of like you want an area?
Yeah, most people, of course, build from
An
a
area and a
location
price,
standpoint
yeah.
and price, and then they go to the next things. But there are a lot of decorating ideas there, and a lot of different new products that come to the marketplace that are involved in the show. So we do get a lot of that.
Yeah.
The key is just trying to get some more buyers out of it, and hopefully that takes some time and just on the whole marketplace here.
Well, I mean, Watersong is 300s and up, right?
Correct. We're about 315 and up there.
That's a
That's
that's
nice.
a big one.
So if we can sell Pat's house, maybe he'll come on over there.
Yeah, I'll go
He
over
needs
to
a deal,
Water
though.
Song. Yeah, I need
We do have
deal.
a lot of granite countertops there.
You do?
Yes, we do.
Sweet, I'm in.
And the interest rates can't be beat. Wells Fargo was there as a sponsor of the show, and You know,
Sweet.
it was a great combination of showing the Rochester market with combination of great mortgage company and
Nice.
great real estate, great home builders association, how you can work together to make it.
You know what I love
successful.
about that water song is it's a windy road in there. Most new homes you see straight.
Yeah, it's
straight,
pretty boring.
turn. But this one, windy road right in there. The house, you come up on the homes
Cool.
of water. Actually, all the homes are like Homerama type homes in there. You know,
They're-
so it's not like it's
They're nice. They're
you know,
not
you're
just
getting into a smaller type house and then bam, it's Homerama. You know, it's
Mm-hmm.
like you're going. It was built for the community there. I
Oh,
like
cool.
that.
Yeah, came out
You
nice.
you
Thank
guys did good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you guys have any with a 6-car garage in there? Because that's what I need.
Oh yeah, baby.
6
You have
cars.
6 cars.
Not now because I don't have a 6-car garage. That's why I said I need one.
I was going to say, if you have
where's Alex
6
been?
cars, let me have one of them.
4 is probably the most we did. It's a little tough on the size
4.
lots to get 6. But,
Yeah, I know.
You'll have to go out farther.
All right. I don't really want to go out farther, but I'll just deal with it somehow.
All right. Well, listen, we'll be right back. We got to take a break right here. So we'll be right back with John and Mike.